Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Slingy's Things. This time we're looking at Vega from Street Fighter by Jada Toys. So this is my very first figure from Jada Toys. I hear a lot of good things about them, so we're going to see if it lives up to all of the praise. So I just had found out that they had released a Vega, and that was enough to get me to finally get one of their figures. He's my favorite Street Fighter character. And so let's take a look. It looks pretty nice. Nice finish. He's pretty matte here. A little shiny on the hair, but I would think Vega would have shiny hair. He has gold claws, which is interesting. I think they're usually only silver. I don't know what's up with that. He's got a cloth sash with some wires in it, which is very cool. I love this. And everything else is what you'd expect for Vega. It's a very nice looking figure. So aesthetically, I'm pretty happy with it. He's got a pretty good looking face there. He also came with a face without the mask, which I also think looks pretty good. It's a little bit cross-eyed, but I think it's fine because when you have him to the side, he'll look like he's looking directly at his opponent. So I don't have any problem with that. He's also got like a bendy hair, which I think is nice. You can kind of move it out of the way. And this one, you can kind of twist it. Very nice. And he came with an extra claw. Extra hand, and an extra open hand for this side. It's pretty cool. And a little extra mask. I really like this because you can just put it in his hand, or you could put it over some other figures if it fits. Super cool. And you have this neat action part that goes over his weapon. It's a bit tricky to get in there. It just has to line up with each hole there. I'm not too good at it, but it does work. Get in there. You know, with two hands, I'd probably do a better job. But anyway, it looks something like that. It's super cool. And, of course, it comes with a neat backdrop, which I thought was a cute little addition based on his stage. So, already I'm very happy with how he looks. And so we're going to check out the articulation. Oh, wait, before that, his size. Vega's a pretty tall dude, so is this figure. He stands at about, would you say, almost 7 inches, a little less than, he's like 6.5. Very nice. So articulation-wise, I mean, he's pretty good. I had to heat him up a little bit in the legs, but, you know, he gets really good up and down. I love this butterfly joint. For him, it's great that it goes so far back and forward. It's pretty good. Good bend at the arm. No complaints there. Good arm. Now this hand with his fingers, he always has sharp nails, but wow, these are really sharp. I'm not sure he needs a claw if he just doesn't trim his nails. Very, very sharp, and it's also very sharp on this. You could probably scratch someone with it, actually. The ab crunch is really good for him. It's a bit stiff, but you can get him going back really good, pretty much to pull off any of his poses. Legs move great, no drop down. Goes out. Yoo! This is the part I had to heat up, but nice bend there. And he's a little bit flexible, so you can kind of get his leg to kick back out, which I do like. The only thing, I do like this swivel here. The only thing is they didn't give him any toe articulation, which it's a bit of an interesting choice considering he does use his toes a lot to stand on in fighting. It doesn't bother me too much, but I'm not sure why they did it. He does need a little bit of work to stand up with his funny shoes. But yeah, overall, this is a super solid figure. I didn't know exactly what to expect from Jada. Everyone says they're great, but you know, you never really know until they're in your hands. This is a great figure. I really like this. So I had originally had the SH Figuarts Vega, and I did like this sculpt on it. He looked pretty good. His arms were able to like raise like exactly up, which was pretty cool. So he could just do that without even having to twist the arm. Anyway, I had that one, and I actually didn't like it as much. It didn't feel very fun to play around with. It felt, I don't know about flimsy, but it just did not have a good feeling to it, you know, and this part was made of plastic on him and it would pop off. He had the hair, which would pop off all the time back here on that Vega. Overall, this is, I think, much better, and the price point can't be beat. If you want to get SH Figure Art, you're going for at least over 70, maybe 100, possibly. And I think this is just a better value. It might not be necessarily a more detailed sculpt or paint, but it plays way better. This is so much more fun to play with. And I think maybe Jada's making a fan out of me. I don't know. I might have to get some of the other ones. I think so. I really like it. I'm super pleased. So we're going to just do some height comparisons real quick with Vega. Here we have next to a Roman Key Toys big guy, another very cool figure. Give that thumbs up. This guy's pretty tall. He's just a bit taller than Vega. Bet you could make a good Sagata out of this guy. Anyway, what do we have him near? Here he is next to a 1/100 scale Gundam. He's a bit shorter than that, but about a little bit, almost the same height here. What else? We've got an SH Figure Arts Giru. Look how tiny he is. I bet that's probably to scale. We have a Hammond collection, a Trosraptor Ghost. What else do we have? Because we have... Oh, God. I was just going to show off this guy. The legs came right out. Let me wait for it. An SD scale Gundam. And, you know, what else have we got here? There's got to be something else. Well, this is always a winner. We have him next to a Jar Jar Binks, and he's actually about the same size as Jar Jar. Now, just for the piece of resistance. Perfect. Incredible. So I really don't have anything but good things to say about this Jada figure. I guess people, you know, they weren't exaggerating. This is a very nice figurine, and I think a great addition to anyone's collection, especially if they like Street Fighter, especially if they like Vega like me, because Vega is so cool and crazy. But, yeah, pretty straightforward review. It's a great figure. So stick around for some funny pictures at the end, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Woo. Bye.